Wizards' Marcin Gortat gives an honest NBA assessment of brother Przemek Karnowski. Gonzaga's Przemek Karnowski has been the biggest presence in the 2017 NCAA tournament. His 7-foot, 300-pound frame has helped lift Gonzaga to Monday's national championship game against North Carolina. But back home in Poland, he's overshadowed on the hardwood. Marcin Gortat, the Washington Wizards' underrated starting center, hails from about 2 hours away from Karnowski's hometown of Bydgoszcz. Gortat is the starter for the Polish national team, while Karnowski is his backup. He's the most successful NBA player the country has ever produced, while Karnowski is the next big hope. Gortat and Karnowski are close. The NBA vet helped his younger, albeit bigger, 33-year-old Gortat is 6'11", 240 pounds, countryman through rehab after a life-threatening back surgery last year. He's hoping to see Karnowski, 23, in the NBA, though he talks with the same tough but caring tone you'd expect from an older brother. For the Win spoke with Gortat on Monday about Karnowski, Poland and pierogi. FTW, how long have you known Przemek? Gortat, well, I've known him for about 5 or 6 years. The first time I met him was the time when he won second place for the World Championship Under-20 national team. In the final, they lost to the USA team that back then played Bradley Beal, my teammate, Andre Drummond, Michael, Kid Gilchrist from Charlotte, and a few other guys. That was the time that I met him, when he became the second best team in the world under-20. He was obviously a huge story back in Poland. He was the great new generation of basketball players that was supposed to lead our national team to success. So that was the first time that I met him, but since that day we've become very good friends. He's like a brother to me right now. FTW, have you been talking to him regularly during this Final Four run? Gortat, well, I've been talking to him lately a little bit more. Most of the time, I'm not trying to bother him with unnecessary phone calls or unnecessary lessons or telling him what to do. He's a very bright basketball player in a very good program, and the bottom line is, he knows what he's got to do and what he's got to focus on. Obviously I called him to congratulate him on top 8 and then top 4. And now obviously he's in the final and I'm holding my fingers crossed for him, and hopefully he's going to get a win. FTW, Poland has a long tradition of basketball, but you don't have any countrymen currently in the NBA. Is it nice to have a Polish companion in the basketball community here? Gortat, it's going to be a great feeling if he makes it into the league. Right now I'm by myself in the NBA from Poland, and I have to carry that responsibility for being #1 guy in my country and doing good work and being an example for young guys. But Przemek has a huge opportunity. He might make it to the NBA, and hopefully he's going to make it to a team on the East Coast and I'll see him more often and be able to help him out with a lot of things around the league. FTW, do you think he will make the NBA? Gortat, well, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. He knows this. The NBA is going in a different direction, different game than he's playing right now. It's not going to be easy for him, but there's always a chance. Obviously, I'm cheering for him, I'm hoping he's going to make it. FTW, last year, with the back injury, he obviously had a really tough situation. Did you talk with him much? Gortat, well, I spoke with him about that. He called me during rehab many times, and we were on the phone many times. It was a hard decision. He was really thinking about entering the draft last year already but decided to stay out and play out and try to improve more. Now he's going to go to the NBA, try to make the NBA as a 24-year-old guy. He's not going to be any more 20 or 21 years old. So there's going to be more expectations for him, and he's got to be a more fundamental player now than he needed to before. We did speak a lot. He went through hell. At one point, he lost 30 or 35 pounds. It was crazy. He looked really skinny back then. It was a tough year for him. FTW, when you're with Team Poland, he's your backup. And I'm sure you go against him in practice. But you don't really see many guys that big in the NBA. He's a 300-pounder. Is he a challenge for you? Gortat, he's a big, strong dude. It's not like he's out there standing and pretending. First of all, he's a very skilled player. I can handle different things on the court, yes. With him being 300 pounds heavy, I can outrun him, I can outwork him. But at the end of the day, he's very big and skilled. He's definitely an NBA player talking about his skills and passing and shooting and ball stuff and knowing the game. His basketball IQ, he's definitely an NBA player. He's just got a big issue with his body. That's going to be the question, can he make the NBA because of his body? FTW, he says his favorite food is pierogi. What's your favorite Polish food? Gortat, I could pick pierogi, too. I like mielone, which is like a burger. We have a few different meats. Definitely, overall, Polish food is my favorite food. We have a very healthy food in my country. FTW, how close can you stay to your Polish roots in DC? I'm imagining it's a bit tougher for him in Spokane, Washington. Gortat, obviously it's a different city, different state. I have a huge Polish community back in DC, obviously the Polish embassy and consulate. So I have a lot of people supporting me every day and every night. I have a lot of friends, and we also have a few different restaurants back in DC, so if I want to get Polish food, at the end of the day, I'm not alone, unlike Przemek is out there because he doesn't have too many Polish people out there. FTW, are you going to be watching the game tonight? Any prediction? Gortat, yeah, I'm hoping he's going to win. I'm cheering on him. I'm really counting on him. Time will show.